Nestled in among the great and famous historical landmarks of this New England city is another story of American history that continues to be written. Located in the Bay Village district of Boston, with its red brick sidewalks, colonial architecture, and glittering gas lanterns, there's a sign that identifies the William S. Haynes Company. The Haynes story starts with the son of a sea captain and a Virginia school teacher. William Haynes, a gifted young silversmith who opened his flute-making shop right here in historic Boston in 1888. And today, the William S. Haynes Company continues to flourish, creating flutes and piccolos that reflect the very same passion for excellence over a century later. A dynamic group of true artisans strive to perpetuate this coveted heritage, guided by Louis J. DeVoe, president and master flute maker par excellence. As a result, the William S. Haynes Company preserves the coveted and recognized position of world leader in craftsmanship and innovative design. It spins above and around the strains of the orchestra. It is perhaps the most pure and lyrical sound in music, the flute. If playing the flute is an art, then designing and making them is both an art and a science. The production of a high-quality flute requires the collaboration of dozens of skilled craftsmen, making and fitting 350 pieces with exacting precision. And Haynes offers a range of instruments to satisfy the particular taste of each artist. From the exquisite 10 and 14 karat gold flutes, characterized by unequaled mellowness of tone and dynamic shading, to the superbly crafted solid silver open or covered hole models, the incomparable velvety contralto tone and exceptional evenness of the solid silver alto flute, the rich sound and blending ability, the solidity of its 3-octave range, characteristic of the Haynes silver-keyed conical bore piccolo fashioned from resonant grenadillo wood, or the brilliant tone, quick response, and even intonation of our solid silver piccolo. Haynes flutes and piccolos are offered with the choice of DeVoe or traditional head joints and scales, providing each musician with versatility in Haynes flutes and piccolos that is unchallenged.
Our customers come from all over the world. Every country that you can think of, we've sent flutes to. Japanese even buy our flutes. We may buy their cars, but they buy our flutes. It's the quality control, and we do not let anything pass that is not perfect, as perfect as you can make it. They're mostly all made by hand. There are some parts that are made by machine, and then the worker will take the parts and actually manufacture the flute. The first part is to make all the parts and make the body. Take the tubing and we make tone holes and we make keys, and after the tone holes are applied to the flute, so-called ribs are put on. It goes from one step to another until it is all ready to play. Our flute tester will come in and try the flute, test it to be sure it's perfect. If it isn't, he takes it back to the last man who worked on it. You cannot make a great flute and make it by machine. It has to be handmade like anything else that's very well made.
And well made they are. What a Stradivarius is to the violin, what a Steinway is to the piano, a Haynes is to a flute. Haynes is committed to your total satisfaction. Before we deliver your flute or piccolo, it is thoroughly tested both musically and mechanically. Throughout the creation of each instrument, strict quality control procedures are employed by our professional flute makers. To assure you of an instrument that performs exactly as you desire, for the first year after purchase, we will exchange and or recut head joints until your individual needs are met. If a flutist desires additional or alternative mechanisms, such as a C-sharp trill key, a splitty mechanism, or any other option, we will be pleased to make the accommodation. Custom ornamentation, including fine engraving or hand chasing, lends an aesthetic dimension to the beauty of each Haynes instrument. There are no schools you can go to learn flute making. It takes a 5-year apprenticeship, sitting next to an experienced person. Famous flutists like Jean Baxtresser, Lou Tabakin, Kathy Chastain and Michael DuBost, Trudy Kane, and Harvey Estrin all play Haynes. When Jean-Pierre Rampal is in town, he takes his Haynes right into the shop for a tune-up.
Hi, Lou. How are you? Nice to see you. I have a small problem with my flute.
I got my first Haynes in '58, and since then I never played something else. In fact, I play always the same flute, because I think that to be comfortable with an instrument, you have to give it the chance to be played. And it must be a part of your body. And this first flute is really a part of my body. Hello, gentlemen. How are you? It's impossible to find a place like here, where you can pick up any kind of instrument which is ready and you play it, you can give a recital. Then it's really the perfection of making the flute, which needs not only ability to do it, but love. You know, they must love their profession, otherwise they cannot do it.
The William S. Haynes Company stands out in sharp contrast as a company committed to excellence in the handcrafting of every instrument worthy of the Haynes name. The Haynes flute is a remarkably responsive instrument, created for you by professional flute makers in the United States of America. Haynes, truly a masterpiece of contemporary flute craftsmanship.